United States.
Yes! Hi!
Hey, Dr. Key.
In terms of very creative work and teaching the people how to make food. Those are part of our traditions, right? And then bringing the technology to it. Yeah, that's very exciting.
It's the best.
It's very exciting. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Very so cool.
Hi, Kamala Harris. Nice to meet you. Right. So beautiful.
Tell me about your work.
So I am a business owner. I own a clothing brand, Milano Di Rouge.
Right.
It's a unisex premium lifestyle brand. I started with 2 sweatshirts, and now we have over 600,000 customers, and everything is direct to consumer.
Now, the 2 sweatshirts, you designed them, or where did they come from?
I designed them.
Okay.
Yeah,
What did they look like?
So it had my logo on it, and I bought blanks. I bought wholesale shirts because I did not know what I was doing.
Right.
But I didn't let not having resources or money stop me. So I bought 2 sweatshirts. I printed my logo on them. I wore one and I sold the other one. When I sold it, I bought 5 more, and I just constantly reinvented it.
You in touch with the first person that bought it?
I know. I don't even know the person. I put it on Instagram.
No kidding.
Yeah, I put it on Instagram, and someone asked to purchase it. So I just delivered it to them in my ultimate group.
But isn't that the story of success?
Yeah.
One person can make a difference. You were able to sell that one that you weren't wearing, and you knew you could do that many more.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
That's really, and if you recognize it for what it is, like, okay, if I could do that, then anything is possible.
Absolutely. And
Right? That's a wonderful story.
And that's what I try to share with my customers. If I can do it, a young girl from the hood, anybody can do it. Anything is
That's
possible.
exactly right.
I
But
love
it's
it.
perspective. You know, there's so much of our life's experience that is based on your perspective, on what just happened. Because your perspective was, I can sell this. Not it was only one. It was, I sold it. Right? Right? And that's part of what we want to teach, is the perspective on that you are a winner. Right? You are naturally a natural born success. And if you see the experiences you have through that lens, instead of feeling defeated, and then surround yourself with support. Right? That's great.
Thank you so much.
That's wonderful. That happens.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Marian Simone. I'm serve as the CEO and co-founder of the Fearless Fund, the nation's first venture capital fund that's built
Oh, I
by
do know your work. Yes.
women of color for women of color.
Yes.
Yes, we're backed by JP Morgan Chase, MasterCard, PayPal, Pasco, and a host of others. We've deployed millions to Black and brown women in this country. And we are up against a serious fight right now. I'm in a federal lawsuit. We are inaugural defendants of one of the most defining lawsuits of our time. Yes, and we are back in court this January. Win or lose, we are headed to the Supreme Court. We're in federal appeals.
Where are you in court?
We're in court, the district court, we were in court in September. They appealed, so we're now in court, the 11th Circuit, which I know you're familiar with, and the 11th Circuit in Florida, January 31st. So if we win that day, they're appealing to the Supreme Court, and if we lose, we have to appeal to the Supreme Court. So that's where this case is going. Don't have a choice.
And think of Constance Baker Motley. See, this is the connections, right? Because, you know, one of the reasons I was so inspired by her and Thurgood and Charles Hampton, because they understood the power of the law to make real the promise, right? And so we got to fight in the court, we got to fight on the streets.
Yes.
Right? But I know of your work, and I want to make sure that we follow up because access to capital has been one of my main areas of focus for minority-owned businesses. And we also started with JP Morgan and Google and some others, the Equal Opportunity Council, right? And we've been putting out loans and access to capital for minority-owned businesses. One of the things also that our administration has been doing is we increased by 50% a pledge that we have for ourselves that will increase by 50% access to federal contracts for minority-owned businesses, which is a huge issue. And part of what I would like your help with as leaders in this whole space is to get the word out to minority-owned businesses that these opportunities are available and exist, because that's always been part of the problem, right?
This is Vice President of the United States.
You and me. I'm seen in the state of Georgia by example of what is happening in the country. Anti-voter laws that have limited drop boxes, have made it illegal to even provide food and water to people standing in line. The President and I will continue to fight on these issues, including to urge and to compel as best as we can the Congress to pass the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act.